You already checked
Test one,
everything?
two,
Okay.
test one.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. It's time!
It's Sunday, May 30th, 2021. This is the Church of MMA podcast. My name is Tabor Cragen.
My name is Mason Knight. This is episode 76, MMA news. And then we jump into the Rozenstruik versus Sakai preview show. But before we do all that, Tabor, where do we begin?
With our social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Gab, TikTok, every other fucking one you could think. At the Church of MMA. Guys, if you have to pick one, go to our Instagram. That is one we stay up to date on. That is one we post the most to. Funny memes, clips of this... clips of the show every single day. Hit us up.
Yeah, check out our merch store, too. You can get a t-shirt like this one here or a mug like our producer over there, Gideon DeMars, has.
Check this out.
Look at that. The Church of MMA.
Get that shit on there. Mason, I gotta plug you, too. Show that shirt off. Look at that.
This might be my favorite shirt. I wear it pretty much every podcast.
That's all you wear.
That's all I wear, actually, every day.
I
just ordered 20 of these, and they're just in rotation in the wash. Just nonstop. This is the only shirt. So
I'm not trying to shit on our own merch, but how do you keep it like so nice? Because like on mine, like the logo falls. I don't know if I'm just getting bad prints.
You might be.
I might just be getting bad prints because like the logos are washing off and stuff. Buy the premium stuff. It's only $20, right?
Yeah.
Everything goes back into the show.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
$15.99, and then you pay for shipping, which is like $3 or $4. But
you guys pay for shipping?
No. They charge you. We do it through Teespring.
I thought you guys paid for the shipping. I was like, God damn, you guys are rolling.
Yeah, no.
Look at this.
Definitely not making any money if we're paying for that shipping.
Hey, man, that crypto gains, you know.
Hey, that's all that Cardano.
Hey, Cardano.
Yeah. Before we move on, Mason, before we get into MMA news, I said it last week. If we hit 1,000 by this week, I would buy some merch for a lucky fan out there.
You did.
It didn't happen.
Nope.
We grew, I think, maybe 20 subs, but still, I mean, it's a growth, and I'll take it. Guys, push us up to 1,000 on YouTube. Steal your mom's phone. Steal your girlfriend's phone. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Put the show on a road trip. Force your friends to listen. They will fall in love, and they will subscribe themselves.
And if you have to do it forcefully, then by all means, just do it.
Oh, tie them up.
Steal anybody's phone.
Yeah, anyone.
Anyone.
Just random dude off the street.
A PSA announcement. Yeah, we are. On this podcast, we are pro stealing.
This is what we do.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Mason. Let's get into it. MMA news time. I guess I didn't have to hit the bumper.
That's okay. We like our bumpers here on this podcast, and it's really weird. We don't have a recap show this week. Obviously no fights over Memorial Day weekend. Pretty crazy, man.
It is crazy, but not as crazy as this matchup. Whew! When they announced this shit, dude, like I remember you sent it to the group chat. My blood was pumping. Like I instantly got hyped for this matchup. Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez is set for July 17th, 5-round main event.
Goodness. I can't wait. I'm excited for this. The striking matchup this is gonna be superb. But my biggest question is what got Yair Rodriguez out of retirement? I thought he retired. I thought he was gone. I thought he was done, man. I thought he must have MJ'd us. He's coming right back over. That's for you, Gideon, by the way.
Zabit Magomed-Sharipov. Yeah. Zabit Magomed-Sharipov somewhere crying right now.
Oh, dude, for real.
He's got to be salty as fuck.
Well, that was a fight he was, what we anticipated him to take was going to be him versus Yair Rodriguez, and that didn't happen. I wonder if Max took this fight, though, because obviously after Calvin Kattar and the complete domination on ABC back in, I want to say February, somewhere close to that.
It was January. I think it was the first card of the year, actually.
Yeah, January or February, a long time ago. And then obviously we have the Tough, which we'll talk about later, this Tough season, and they're probably not going to fight until September. I feel like Max Holloway just wants to be active here.
Yes.
Even though he knows he gets the next shot, I think this guy is so incredibly confident in his capabilities that he's just like, yeah, sure, I'll take on number 3 too. I'll take on Yair Rodriguez. I'm not scared of anyone.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great fight. I cannot wait.
Oh, dude, just the striking matchup alone is fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, Yair Rodriguez is so unorthodox, so wild, and so crazy. He does shit that no one else does in this 145-pound division.
Spinning elbow against Korean Zombie.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God, bro.
Oh, my goodness. I cannot fucking wait for this fight. I think if Max Holloway won, like, if Max Holloway puts on a performance like he did at Calvin Kattar, we're going to have to start talking about this guy as, like, I know we already do, as the GOAT of the 145-pound division, but it's like, You're not even the champion right now, and people are still calling you the GOAT, and especially with the performance he can put on, I'm so excited.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I mean, especially if Max Holloway goes out there and wins July 17th against Yair Rodriguez in a 5-round main event, like, this guy already deserved the next shot.
Yes, so you have to make the third fight. It doesn't matter he lost both of them. That second fight was so controversial. So many people thought he won that fight. It's wild how these things play out.
Yeah. And no disrespect to Brian Ortega. I think he improved drastically in his striking, and it definitely showed. But I just don't think he is going to – I don't think he has the capability of beating Alexander Volkanovski. That might be a hot take. And I like Brian Ortega a lot.
I agree.
But, man, Alexander Volkanovski is so good. And I think only a guy like Max Holloway has the capability to beat him. And I thought that second fight was way closer than the first. And honestly, I thought Max edged that out. I thought he won 3-2.
Yeah, it's such a razor-thin, close fight. I mean, that's a fight that, we need to see more draws because you could have easily called that fight a draw.
And I think it probably should have been.
That third round was so close.
Yeah.
That third round was so close. But, I agree with you with the point of Brian Ortega probably loses to Volkanovski. I was saying that when they first made that matchup, I think Volkanovski marches through Brian. Yeah. Like, I love Brian Ortega, but unless he can get it down to the ground and use the jiu-jitsu, even though he did completely outclass Korean Zombie, I just don't see it happening on the feet.
Yeah,
Volkanovski is just too clean. He doesn't make mistakes. He did make mistakes those first 2 rounds in the second Max fight. But, I mean, look at the first Max fight. That was 5 fucking rounds. I had that 50-45. If that Volkanovski shows up, it could be another one.
Yeah, definitely could be. Yeah, but anyway, back to Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez. This is going to headline July 17th. Keep in mind, what's the next week?
Connor Dustin.
Is it? July 24th.
So. No, that's earlier.
No, it's
Sandhagen,
TJ Dillashaw, Sandhagen. Thank you. So back to back, dude. Think about this. We're going to have 3 fight companions because there's no way we're not doing a fight companion for Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez.
Oh, we have to.
And then there's no way we're not doing a fight companion for TJ Dillashaw, Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Conor McGregor International Fight Week, which should be July 10th.
And we have to talk about that.
3 straight weeks. July's going to be fun for this podcast.
We're way off topic now, but we have to talk about how fucking stacked that card is. They don't stack Conor McGregor cards, but one, it's International Fight Week. This card is fucking ridiculous right now.
You have to. I think this is the rare scenario where you have to stack a International Fight Week card, or a Conor card, I should say, because they always stack International Fight Week. And yeah, you got McGregor, but he lost his last fight, yada yada yada. So I don't know. I'm not. You guys know my opinion on that. So.
Are you not excited for that fight?
I am excited to see Dustin win.
I agree with that.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm excited to see Dustin win. Let's UFC 264 though, McGregor, and then the co-main. This is an interesting co-main.
Yeah, Burns and
Tuivasa and Greg Hardy. That's what this says here on Google. UFC. Yeah, it says it's Tai Tuivasa. But then Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Great fight. Nico Price, Michelle Pereira, Sean Brady, fight. Kevin Lee. Come on, man. That's going to be a great card.
There's no fucking way Greg Hardy and Tai Tuivasa is the
No.
But that is what it says. It's weird.
It's got to be Burns versus Wonderboy.
It's got
There's no way around that. If Greg Hardy's the co-main event, actually, you know what? It makes sense. Dana loves it. Dana loves it.
Yeah.
Just knocks a female out before he goes.
He just punches somebody in the crowd. Dana's just hyped. He's like, that's what he does.
Do we ever forgive that man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about it every time, right?
No, we do. But I mean,
this
is going to be off the wall podcast. I mean, we don't have we have some MMA news and stuff, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Absolutely. Yeah, it's just I can't wait for that Max Holloway Rodriguez card to bring it back to that. Gun to your head, who are you taking in that fight?
Max.
It's got to be right.
Max.
Do you think he just completely outclasses Yair?
I do. I think it's another Calvin Kattar situation. I think Yair has more style, and I guess he could probably land more shots against Max Holloway. But you're not going to outstrike Max Holloway. I think he's one of the best strikers in not just the featherweight division, but in the UFC.
And you're not going to knock him out.
No.
I mean, if Dustin Poirier couldn't,
exactly,
you're not going to knock that man out. He has a fantastic chin, and
that's
he can
Max
take damage.
Moving up
a
weight class to fight Dustin Poirier, and he still couldn't knock him out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one's knocking out Max Holloway. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like Max there.
Yeah, me too. Let's move on to some other MMA news. So Chris Weidman posted a video, I think it was like yesterday or 2 days ago. He is walking.
Yeah, he is.
Crazy. You gonna push the button?
No, I'm defending the button because I swear to fucking God.
I was really
push a
hoping
button.
he was going to hit the button.
No.
No, you can't. You
know
can't
what?
fart noise to that.
You can't, dude. I listened to that fucking Ariel Helwani, Chris Weidman interview about what this man had to go through. My heart has never gone out to a fighter more than it does Chris Weidman and what he's dealing with. I mean, dude, the guy's got a wife, kids, family, a former middleweight champion, defeated quite possibly the greatest middleweight of all time. I mean, at least up until this point, we can see what Israel Adesanya does, moving on with his career. But, dude, it was heart-wrenching. It was such a sad interview, and it was a few weeks ago, man. Like, for me, I cannot hit the fart button with Chris Weidman. I hope the best for this guy. And, like, I can't allow it. I can't allow it. I have tried to defend the fart button for 3 weeks against Tabor, and he keeps hitting the fucking button.
I thought you were going to push something.
Every time. No, I'm defending the button.
So funny. I was like, what do I do?
I literally thought that's what you were doing, and I was like, yeah, he's into it now.
No, absolutely
turned
not.
him.
No, you guys will never turn me on that because I like Chris Weidman.
I like him
He's
too.
such a good person
Yeah, he's a
too,
good
man.
dude.
That I hate when people shit on him or fart on him. Like I don't like it. You've got to give some respect to the former champ.
Well,
man.
you have to because it's only 35 days out since that horrific leg injury, and the man is already out walking on his own.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
It's incredible, man. He's a fighter. He's a warrior, and you know what a beautiful story it would be if he were to actually be able to come back and fight. Let's say, 18 months down the road, however long recovery takes. He said anywhere from 12 to 18 months. Comes out, wins his next fight, and then maybe just goes on a 2 or 3 fight win streak. That'd be the coolest story ever, man.
It would. It'd
and
be
a
an
story
incredible
that no one deserves more than Chris Weidman, especially everything he's done in his career.
Hit the fart button.
I don't see it happening. If that's what you mean by hit the fart button, I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either.
Yeah,
That's why
I
said
think
hit
the
fart
guy is
button.
just past his prime. I don't know what happened because, ever since that man got crushed by Luke Rockhold, he just hasn't been the same.
Oh, never.
But you have to admit, the guy was obviously in the best shape of his life. He kicked the man so fucking hard, he broke his leg. So, that tells you that Chris Weidman was taking this fight very serious. And everyone around him said, and I know it's easy to say that, he's in the best shape of his life. But I think his last fight, which was it Tugagov? Who was it?
It was Amiri Akhmedov.
Akhmedov, thank you. There's too many Akhimovs. But anyway, after that fight and him being gassed, but finishing it in the third, I don't know, man. I think he took it a lot more serious, and he looked great. He looked in phenomenal shape, the best shape I think I've seen him. I'm trying to defend Chris Weidman here because he's been through a lot.
Look at what people are saying. You got guys like Anthony Smith that said when he went to South Carolina and trained with Wonder Boy, Chris is there because they're family, so they're really good friends. They always train together. He said, "I don't know how this guy has ever lost.
Yeah,
this is literally one of the best MMA fighters I have ever trained with. It is a shock that this man has lost, and it's just been look at what's happened. It's been bad luck." It's just been bad luck, and he's still competitive. It's just, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see the title shot ever coming. And I don't want to say the man needs to retire, but eventually, how many fights in a row does it have to add up to? I know he's coming off of a win. Yeah. Not actually. He's not.
But
because his legs snap, but
right,
he was coming off a win
You can't
before
really
that.
count that. If you're Dana, you're not going to look at this fight and be like, yeah, no, he definitely lost. Yes, he did lose, technically, of course. But that was the only strike thrown in that fight. So it was a freak accident. You can't loss for him. Chalk it up as a loss.
Well, in life, he's definitely not a loser because if he was a loser, he wouldn't be fucking walking right now.
Exactly.
You could tell every day that man is fucking rehabbing that thing, doing as much as possible. He's running on, those treadmills that are like the zero gravity treadmills. Yes. Every single day he's out there running on that thing. So, he's putting in the work.
And no joke, it is inspirational to be able to see him walk
without a doubt.
In 34, 35 days. That's wild.
It's crazy.
We all saw how vicious that leg break was. We all saw just the way the leg bent back and he stepped on it. To be able to walk on that leg 35 days later is a testament to how strong-willed he is. So I wish nothing but the best for the former champ, Chris Weidman.
He's definitely going to have a podcast.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Smack
your hand,
fucking
bro.
every time.
Like a disciplining a child. Smack your hand.
So funny. Yeah, only wish the best for Chris. Yep. Let's move on to some other MMA news.
After he tries to hit the fart button on him.
This motherfucker, dude.
Only the best.
All right, let's move on to some other MMA news. Jason Knight versus Charles Bennett is set to headline Masvidal's very first event, the Gamebred Fight Club Bare Knuckle MMA.
Shout out to my cousin Jason Knight.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, Jason.
Come on the
I don't know where
podcast,
you're at, brother.
motherfucker.
We can go Jason and Mason, Knight.
The J&M moment? Or
Yeah. No, Jason Knight is not my cousin for everyone out there. It was a joke. However, this is Jason Knight likes to do these bare knuckles. He's done a couple bare knuckle events for bare knuckle boxing.
He went to war with Artem Lobov.
Yeah, he did. So this will be fun. This is cool. I'll probably tune into the first event. If I'm being
Interesting.
honest.
It's on Bare Knuckle FC's app.
Oh, okay.
So he's promoting with them. I don't know if you have to pay for it. If you have to pay for it, I'll probably find a stream or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if I'll pay for this, but it's super interesting. Bare Knuckle MMA. One, is this safe? And two, does this get you excited? Would you watch this?
Yeah, I would. I like it. Bare knuckle MMA. So there's takedowns and everything, right?
Everything. It's
Submissions.
MMA.
I love it. Sign me up for this. This is literally, essentially, this is the UFC.
Yeah, it's just UFC no gloves. So I guess you got hand
UFC when it
wraps.
first started. You know what I mean? Where
True.
it's
Yeah. It's
literally,
old school.
it's the wild, wild fucking West, man. I love it. Yeah. Sign me up for this. I'll probably tune into this, depending on when it is. Do we have an official date for this?
Yeah, I think it was June.
Oh, hell
I
yeah,
think it
dude.
was
I'll tune into
mid-June.
it. I'll
Yeah.
definitely tune into this.
I love Crazy Horse. Charles Bennett, I fucking love that man. He's going to say some wild, wacky shit. Jason Knight as well, because they'll just go to fucking war. Who knows what happens? I don't know if there's even going to be an undercard. Hopefully we get some actual MMA names that we know fighting this kind of stuff, because one...
Where's Chuck Liddell?
Well, he wants to fight Logan Paul. You hear that?
Bro,
No, it was
Logan
Jake
Paul.
Paul.
Oh,
It was
Jake Paul.
Whatever.
That's right,
Either one knocks him out the first punch they throw. It'll literally be
I don't
Ben
know.
Askren 2.0.
How fucking dare you?
Whoa, okay.
fucking
Okay.
dare you?
Either
you're
one.
saying
No, I'm sorry.
Usman,
No,
Iceman.
you're saying they knock Iceman out.
Yes.
Okay, I agree with that. I thought you were
Okay,
saying
dude,
Iceman knocks
hold up.
Jake Paul out.
So my blood was boiling because you made it, because I thought you were going the other way. I was like, so you're going to defend fucking Chuck Liddell, but then you'll say Usman will lose to Logan Paul or Jake Paul. I was about to explode on this podcast. 2 misunderstandings there. Glad we fixed that, because, man, I was going to go off on you. How?
No, for sure Chuck Liddell is getting knocked the fuck out by that
course.
kid.
First
One
punch.
punch.
Give me
Yeah.
Chuck.
punch.
I believe. Give me
Just
Chuck.
head, just head
Get
kicks
the
him
hell
first
outta
thing.
here.
He's
Yeah,
just gonna head kick him. Fuck boxing. He's just gonna knock him out with a head kick.
just takes him down.
be
Ref's
so
like,
happy.
you can't do that, Chuck. He's like, can I not?
I'm the Iceman.
I'm the Iceman. I
Like,
put people
you
to
can't
bed.
tell Chuck what to do.
He just knocks a ref out. God, I'd be so happy.
rough.
Nothing would make me happier. Absolutely. Yeah, but shout out to Masvidal for putting some of these events on.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like it. It's
now,
cool.
especially if it finds some success, because there's got to be a niche, right? People are going to want to watch that stuff.
I'm one of them.
People are going to
more
want to watch.
combat sports, the better.
He's going to make money. So then, if Masvidal falls back onto that, he doesn't have to be an analyst or something like that. He will find a way to be a big time promoter. And hopefully he has a decent relationship with some of these other guys. I know Dana hates bare knuckle.
Right.
Fucking hates it. But he likes Masvidal. So if he gets some good relationship with Dana, get some former UFC fighters to come over, I would buy some pay-per-views.
Yeah, for
think
sure.
about it. Like, you can get GSP versus Khabib. No, I'm just joking.
Masvidal,
Bare
hit us
knuckle.
up. Just don't listen to any of our previous episodes when you were taking on Kamaru Usman. But, just hit us up, and we might be able to help out, do a podcast on your promotion. So
Oh, absolutely. He comes on. Be fucking so sweet. Have Street Jesus on.
I'd be so terrified, though. Someone pulls up an old clip of something that I said about he has no chance against Usman. That'd be rough.
You were right though.
I was right.
mean, yeah.
Or I was right, yeah.
I mean,
Still.
he lost.
He did lose. He did get knocked out.
I mean,
First time in his career.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't gonna be like, what's he gonna say? Fuck you, Mason. How dare you predict what
Yeah.
happened?
And then he'll hit him with a 3-piece and his soda.
Yeah,
Knocks
bro.
you out.
Masvidal don't care. Yeah, he'll knock out literally anyone. He'll punch anyone. So, no, I'm good.
Right,
I don't want that smoke.
That's fair. I don't either.
I would never interview
I
that
would sell
man,
you out
ever.
too. I'd be like, I picked
I know
you to
you
win,
would.
bro.
I know you would. That's what's terrifying. The people in this room would all cave, and then I would be the fall guy, and I'd get 3-pieced in a soda, and I wouldn't wake up.
Yeah, but
So.
Tabor and I would get front row seats to this bare knuckle boxing fight. and
imagine-
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, imagine the
take
fucking
one for the
views we
team.
get off of that.
You guys get tickets. So.
Yeah, I'd take one for the team.
Yeah,
Every
we
once
might get
in a while,
1,000
bro.
subs from that.
Yeah.
We got at least one from my shoey. Imagine getting knocked out by George for the fucking gram.
Yeah, but I don't want my face to be rearranged, guys. Like, it's just not on my to-do list.
It's always about you, isn't it, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
it
come on,
is.
man.
when I'm not gonna be able to eat
you got a
solid
wedding or
food.
something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to eat solid food or move my jaw the rest of the life. It could be an issue.
Well, I mean,
You're so
It
dramatic.
makes it hard to do a podcast.
It's dramatic. You'll be all right.
Right.
For
Stephen
1,000
Hawking over
subscribers, you got to
Bro.
take that shit on the chin.
Seriously, I'm an unconditioned man. If George Masvidal hit me as hard as he could 3 times in the chin, he would crush my skull in. Like, that's just the truth, is it not?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm unconditioned. I'm not used to getting hit like that. No fucking way, dude. That'd be the worst experience of my life. And I wouldn't even be awake for it.
Well, we'd hit 1,000.
We'll hit up, what's his name? What's the guy that trains out of Vancouver Elite? Vanderford.
Ricky Simone.
Him, but
Austin Springer.
Austin Springer. We'll hit him up and we'll get you some training, and maybe you'll survive.
Yeah, we'll make a real bout
I
out
can
of
do
it.
all the training in the world, and it's not going to do any good.
Not gonna do much difference.
Training for Rocky IV out in the
Yeah.
snow,
It's like
chasing
running.
chickens and shit.
I run a half a mile. I'm like,
Trainer just gives up. He's like, "You're gonna die, friend."
he's like, I was going to help you out just because you're my friend, but at this point, you have no shot.
"I would just,
fucked.
yeah."
No, a
just
friend,
Like, it's
a
the
friend
first
wouldn't let
day,
you do
coach.
that. Let's move on. This is getting wild.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So Khabib was in the news, and he was kind of responding to Oliveira. Oliveira's been saying some things like he thinks he'd be the guy that gave Khabib his first L. I disagree with that, my guy. I think Khabib smokes you. But, he was talking, and he gave his input on Oliveira. He goes, he seems to have 8 wins in a row. So many early finishes. As I remember, only against Tony Ferguson did he have a full fight. I think Oliveira is a very worthy champion. Many finishes, many records in the UFC. It would be a shame if Michael Chandler won. 2 fights in the UFC and already a champion. That would somehow be wrong. And Charles Oliveira has progressed very much. This is a worthy champion. I'm glad for him. But when Islam Makhachev rises in the rankings, Oliveira will no longer be champion. The main thing is Oliveira should understand my words correctly. I respect him. He is a worthy champion. But when Islam will go up, there will be another champion within a year. In my eyes, it will be Dustin Poirier. So, Dustin Poirier knocks out McGregor. Dustin Poirier versus Oliveira. Do you agree with Khabib?
I'm going with Oliveira.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Just the story that come up. I mean, what is this, 8 or 9 fights in a row now? He's completely changed his game. And the common thing in his career back in the day was he was a quitter. He gave up, right? Anytime there was adversity shown, he would crumple. He would fold like a lawn chair. That's not the case now with Charles Oliveira. I mean, we saw him weather that storm in the first round. I thought it was over. You thought it was over. Gideon thought. Everyone in the room thought that fight was over in the first round when Chandler was landing those big shots. Somehow Charles was not only able to overcome that adversity, but then within the first 20 seconds of the next round, knock out Michael Chandler. That's what literally movies are made on. And the thing is I don't see anywhere where Charles Oliveira loses right now. His ground game is so fucking good. We saw that in the first round up until that point where Chandler, caught him. And then he's able to knock out Michael Chandler. Dan Hooker didn't do that. I mean, that's the
Dan
thing.
Hooker didn't even land a fucking strike in that fight.
I know. But he was very timid in that fight. He
landed
was
some
moving
calf
around.
kicks.
He didn't look like the normal Dan Hooker. But dude, I'm just telling you right now, like if I got to pick on it right now, I'm going Charles Oliveira. I believe in the hype, man.
Interesting.
I like the
thought for
story.
sure you'd be Team Diamond.
I know. I'm a huge I love Team Poirier, but I don't know. Maybe I go with Poirier.
That's a great matchup,
I like
right?
Dustin.
Like
It's a
it's
great
another one
matchup.
of those. It's just kind of a coin toss because I mean it goes down to the ground. You got to give fucking Oliveira the advantage. Stays on the feet, and maybe you give Dustin the advantage. But he did, like you said, he did just knock out Michael Chandler. I'm just so interested.
You know what I'd love to see? In just storyline perspective, how cool would this be for the lightweight division? Because no one has been able to even touch Khabib Nurmagomedov. I mean, not touch, but you get what I'm saying. Even come close. They might win 1 round. He's lost like 1 round in his entire career. Charles Oliveira goes out there, fights Dustin Poirier, beats Dustin Poirier. At that time, over the course of the year or so, Islam Makhachev moves up the rankings. Islam gets the shot against Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira beats Islam, proving Khabib Nurmagomedov wrong. And then Khabib hops out of retirement and fights Charles Oliveira. Because, dude, I like that matchup stylistically, Charles Oliveira versus Khabib. I think it's much closer contested than what a lot of people think. I really do. The ground game of Charles Oliveira, dude, is bonkers. It's wild. I mean, we've seen that time and time again. I mean, this guy has the most submissions in UFC history? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't argue with that, dude. You can't. And the way he was able to dominate Tony Ferguson, the way he's able to overcome adversity. Like, I would love that matchup, Khabib versus Charles. I mean, a lot of people are not on that, and they think Khabib would just smoke him, which could be. I mean, Khabib has smoked everyone, but it's still a matchup I'd love to see. And it's crazy that we are still talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov, and he's been retired now for what, 8 months?
I think Khabib smokes him, for sure.
Yeah,
I think
and you definitely could be right.
I think
and it's
Islam
something we'll
smokes
never
him.
see, unfortunately.
I think Islam smokes him.
Really?
I think Islam's going to beat whoever this guy he's fighting next. I forgot his name.
Moises.
Thiago Moises. Yes. He'll deserve a top 5. It doesn't matter. He's number 15. He's just got. I think he'll be on an 8-fight win streak after that win, or if he's not already.
I think already.
So he'll be on a 9-fight win streak, same as the champion. So, I mean, he's going to need a top 5 fight after that win. I think Islam beats Oliveira. I think Islam is just that good because not only is he better than Khabib on the feet, I think he's just as good on the ground as Khabib was. I mean, listen to Khabib and Daniel. They say Islam would whoop Khabib's ass sometimes in training. So it's just interesting. I really like that matchup. I actually kind of agree with you. I might lean Oliveira in that matchup with Dustin, but you never know with Dustin's power. He could still get the KO.
Oh, for sure.
I think he's a little bit not as a clean of a striker as Chandler. He's a bit more of a brawler, but he's a sophisticated technical brawler. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
So if he could get that fight into a brawl with Oliveira, I mean, it's anyone's fucking game. It is. It really is. Ant W, shout out my guy. Thanks for showing up once again. Oliveira beats Dustin. Dustin always jumps in for the guillotine to defend takedowns. Charles will escape and choke him out. Yeah, Dustin would have to avoid the ground game.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He would have to avoid that like it's the fucking plague.
Yeah.
You do not want to go down on the ground with Oliveira right now, unless you're an Islam Makhachev. Maybe that's the fucking matchup. Please, guys, take that Islam fight. Somebody, I don't care who. Somebody needs to take that fight. I don't care if it's a number 6-7. Islam wins and he's on a 9-10 fight win streak. Just give him the fucking title shot because no one else is going to take the fight.
It's either Tony or Rafael.
I don't want to see. Rafael, I want to see.
Yeah.
Tony, I don't want to see that fight. Let's give Tony an unranked guy if he even keeps fighting, which I hope he does.
How about Diego Ferreira coming off that loss?
For Tony? Mm-hmm. That's good.
I think that's a fair.
I think that's a good
He's 12,
matchup.
13 right now.
Yeah. I'd still rather see an unranked guy because let's give him a guaranteed win, please. Please, I just want to see my guy get a victory. He needs a dub.
If he loses against Ferreira, then at that point, I think so.
Yeah, you think they cut him like they did Tyron?
Yeah, I do.
Unfortunately.
I do. It would be unfortunate, but yeah.
Right.
I think if he lost to a guy like Diego, even though Diego Ferreira is a great fighter, but yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's move on to some other MMA news. So this is probably going to be a quick one today. Let's go with Stipe wants the trilogy fight. So did you hear that they were talking about doing Stipe versus John Jones?
I did hear that, but obviously John doesn't want it.
No,
of course
not.
not.
He's like, I want to fight Francis, and that's it. I think he really wants one more big payday, and I think he's just going to ride off in the sunset, win or lose.
Yep.
I think that's what he's trying to set himself up for.
That's what
he
he's
just
doing.
got new management. Mm-hmm. So this new management guy come out and said, I have a great relationship with Dana. We're going to see what we could do, make this fight happen for everybody. Francis has got to be getting pissed. Like, that man's got to be frustrated. He was voicing so many frustrations with Stipe before this fight got made because he was waiting around so long. Are they going to just keep toying around with this, or do you just make the fucking Derek Lewis fight already? I'm shocked that hasn't been announced.
I think that's what they're going to do August 7th. Listen, this is what I think. Dana White had an interview with, what's her name? Olivia? What's her name?
Joseph Benavidez's wife.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we forgetting her name? Megan Olivi.
Yeah, Olivi. There we go. Megan Olivi.
Wow.
Jeez, I'm so sorry, Megan.
Mason
I'm
led us
sorry.
astray with the first
I was
name.
like, what?
No, Megan Olivi. Anyway, he was having an interview, and she asked, "Oh, so is that what you're going to do for August 7th? Is that where we could see Francis Ngannou take that main event because it was Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena as the co-main?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's something we're working on." So I think what they're doing is they're trying to work out this John Jones thing. I don't think it's going to work out in time, so they're going to throw Derek Lewis. I think they've already told Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou, be ready August 7th. No matter what, a fight will happen. It's either against John Jones or Derek Lewis. You're taking the fight. But no matter what, be ready August 7th. I just think they haven't released the details as far as who Ngannou will fight. Mm-hmm. That's my personal opinion, but that's just how I see it.
And Derek Lewis has got to be getting frustrated too.
Yeah,
Now
but
he's fucking sitting around waiting, and he doesn't even know if he's going to get the fight or not.
But what's nice about it, at least, is it's already in August, no matter what. So it's like, okay, what, you got to wait 2 months? So even if you don't know, you got an 8-week training camp. So you're going to know. I mean, you're going to have to know by June, right? By the end of June, because then that'll give you, actually, no.
He's going to have to know before
You're going to have to know before then.
Yeah, and it's coming in June.
That's what I'm saying.
2 days.
So, yeah, they're probably training right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess.
Mm-hmm. I thought that fight was already made.
Well,
that's what we thought too.
Because Aunt W said in the chat, Francis versus Lewis is August 7th in Houston.
But they haven't
announced
that.
They
haven't
that.
announced it? Okay.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. It is August 7th but that's all speculation.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
I was saying based on that Megan Levy interviews. It's all speculation, but we don't know. But Dana said that is the fight that he could be working on for August 7th to headline. So.
Yeah, just make the fucking fight already.
I know.
Just,
I don't
just
care. I
tell
don't care if I
John
ever
to
see
fuck
John
off.
fight again. Like, I don't
Right?
care. I just like, I mean, obviously I want to. He could be one of the greatest of all time, unquestionably. But it's like, I just, whatever. I want to see Derek Lewis fight then. Derek Lewis deserves the next heavyweight shot at the belt. It'd be a great fight. There's no way it's any worse than the first one. Let's just make it happen. We just want to see Ngannou in the octagon. I want to see it be a Tyson thing where we're seeing Ngannou knock 3-4 guys out a year, right? Like, Ngannou is the most fun fighter in the UFC. Can't tell me he's not. You can't. He's fun. He's entertaining.
electric.
And not only that, but August 7th, whoever he matches up with, okay, John Jones negotiating, still doesn't want the fucking fight. Okay, well, fuck you, because guess what? Stipe wants the trilogy fight. He came out and said it. He said, dude, it is bugging the hell out of me. I just want that shot at redemption. I want my belt back.
He's probably watching
That's
that
what Stipe
sequence
said.
over and over and over and over again. And he goes, why the fuck did I leap
go
in
in
there like that?
When he caught him with a nice shot.
And because he was eating big shots, too.
Yeah.
It was like his chin was looking like it was holding up, but then he just rushed in just wildly. And I'm interested in the trilogy fight. I don't know if it goes any differently, especially if Calm Francis shows up. I don't think anybody beats Calm Francis. Yeah, no. He is, without a doubt, probably going to go down as the greatest heavyweight of all time if he stays calm like that.
Right.
Other than maybe a John Jones, but like, this fight might not ever happen. So what the fuck's even the point of speculating and thinking about it? Because it's probably not going to happen. If John Jones, they don't want to pay. This is my problem with it. Just pay the man. Pay John Jones his fucking 15, 16 million. Just let him fucking go get knocked out for a big payday and then let him ride off in the sunset.
But
because that's what's going to happen.
There's got to be more to that story, though, that we're not hearing with John Jones. Like, there's got to be.
Maybe. Or it's just Dana's going, no, you're getting fucking 8 like you normally do. You are under contract and you were locked into this deal. You signed it. You signed the paper. You're getting your 8, and that's it. I don't know.
But with Stipe now wanting, now that we have essential confirmation that Stipe wants another fight, probably looking into next year, of course. So let's.
Oh, he needs to take time.
Yeah,
he
of
needs
course,
to take
of
time,
course.
especially after that.
But
one.
that'll be probably like February, March. That'll be almost a full year.
When he said that he wants to bulk up, he says he wants to be about 250 when he goes back.
I
to the
did not
octagon.
understand that strategy at all with how small Stipe was, and I get it. I
It's
know what he was
speed,
saying.
it's footwork, but it didn't
Right,
work
the
out.
talking
when you
points,
like
but
that.
no, not with a guy in Ngannou who literally has to cut to make 265 pounds.
Well, he felt the strength difference, right? Especially when Ngannou went for the takedown, which
Right.
shocked everyone.
Right.
When Ngannou went for the takedown, he felt that strength, so he goes, yeah, maybe I do need to bulk up for this. Because 230 Stipe versus, what was it? It was a
264?
No, it was 240. It was just DC, the trilogy, when they both came in small.
Yeah, DC.
That was a great fucking fight.
Yeah, it was.
Because, and they were moving around so well. They had great cardio. He must have wanted to bring in that same style into this Ngannou fight, which I get, the foot movement, the head movement, everything like that you need with an Ngannou. But it didn't work out.
No.
Especially if Ngannou is going to have a wrestling background. What the fuck? Dude. Scary. Scary individual.
A lot rides on for Stipe Miocic here because, essentially right now it's 1-1. Stipe is still the consensus greatest heavyweight of all time. So everything rides on this fight. But this is my mentality and the way that I think that Stipe is thinking about this. I think he looks at a guy like Francis Ngannou and goes, okay, that guy right there has the ability to have more consecutive UFC title defenses than me. But if I were to take that fight and go out there and beat Francis Ngannou for a second time and ride off into the sunset, retiring after that fight, I will always be the greatest heavyweight of all time, unquestionably and deservedly so, winning not only the trilogy against DC, but then to go and win the trilogy against Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou could have 9 defenses right in a row, and it wouldn't matter, because if Stipe went out there again, he lost the trilogy to the greatest heavyweight of all time. But if Stipe Miocic, and this is why I say there's a lot on the line here, if Stipe goes out there and loses that fight, and Ngannou goes on this 4 or 5 fight defense streak, because at that time he had already defended one time against Derek Lewis. If he goes out there and beats Derek Lewis, and then he goes out there and beats Stipe, we got to start looking at Ngannou and going, he just won a trilogy against the greatest heavyweight of all time. And then if he goes and wins 2 or 3 more defenses, dude, this guy, Francis Ngannou, will be the new greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah. Ant W, shout out once again. Schaefer will get the deal done. Guy's a genius when it comes to fighter pay. He is the reason boxers started making 9-figure paydays. I hope so, dude. I hope so. Because that's the fight I want to see. I don't care. It doesn't tickle my pickle as much as it used to. Yeah. When Francis first won the belt, that was everyone's like, okay, John Jones is next. John Jones. All anybody fucking talked about for months. And now it's like, I don't care anymore. I just don't care.
And if I'm being honest, I want to see the John Jones matchup just as bad as I want to see the Stipe trilogy. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not.
100%.
Believe it or not. Because, again, Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time. I want to see that fight shake out because Francis Ngannou has the capability, has the potential to be the greatest heavyweight of all time. And what better way to solidify that than to have a trilogy fight between these two men?
Or can I throw something random at you? Something kind of crazy? What about Brock?
I don't give
shut the fuck up.
Would
Shut the fuck
Brock
up.
versus Francis be the biggest fight?
Brock gets finished.
Brock gets
easily.
finished in 15 seconds.
Immediately. Like, as soon as
Did you see the pictures of him before so the reason why I don't like the Brock shit is because it fucking fucked over Stipe. DC was waiting for Brock forever and Brock was just being a douche. Did you see the pictures of him leading up in that? He looked like shit.
He's terrible.
He looked like shit. He was not jacked at all because he couldn't do fucking roids.
Yeah. I mean, I was just going to say, let's just let him do as much roids as possible and then let him fight Francis.
Even then, he still gets KO'd.
Immediately.
Yes.
But at least he'll be like a wild animal. You could sell that shit to like fucking
For 4
Animal
seconds,
Planet.
he'll be a wild animal.
It'll be great.
And then Francis lands one fucking uppercut and it's over.
I would be the least excited about that.
Yes.
Like, I would pay for the pay-per-view because I'd love to see Ngannou knock him out, but Brock Lesnar, get the hell out of here. I don't care.
I don't
he
think we'll
had
ever
his
see him
time
back,
at
though.
UFC fucking 100.
No, he's
but
way
now
past.
We don't need him. We don't need him. And Ngannou is the best. I do like you throwing a curveball out on us, but no.
I tried.
I thought you were going to say, does Stipe fight again or something like that?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I had to go with Brock.
Yeah.
why?
I don't know.
It was so
Somehow
unnecessary.
he's always brought
He's always
up
in the conversation.
MMA.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not a Brock fan after this bullshit with Stipe. After his bullshit with Stipe and DC is just that we should have had the trilogy
cut
faster.
a great promo though, where he's like, "I'm gonna have a Budweiser and get on top of my wife."
Or even when he stepped into the octagon after that first Stipe fight, I was there for that, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's fucking Brock Lesnar." I was so jacked back then, but now it's like, dude, just get the fuck out of here.
It's like 45 now too, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's older
It's
as shit.
probably
I'm
time.
good. I'm good.
He needs roids. If he doesn't have roids, he's just not
Ooh, so
competitive.
Bellator?
Now we're getting interesting. Him
Fedor
versus Ryan Bader.
Brock,
Oh my
just
God.
feed him steroids for 6
both of them.
months.
This is going off the rails,
My
boys.
bad, guys. I'm the producer. I'm supposed to keep you guys.
I am not. No. We don't have an actual episode today anyway. But yeah, no, Lesnar and Bellator, like they would have to pay the guy more than what he's getting paid in the WWE, and it's not the best organization in the world. I would not see Brock Lesnar in a million years fighting in Bellator. Not in a million years.
I don't know. I don't know if Scott Coker is like selling coke or something. I don't know how he pays the fighters. Some of the shit he does pay. But
they're on Showtime now, so hell, that's a pretty big fucking
Oh,
deal.
they're definitely running coke on
Well,
Showtime.
it worked really well for Strikeforce after they had to sell. So
Okay,
So true.
Good point. Good point.
So true. Before we move
R.I.P.
on,
Strikeforce.
before we move on, this guy, I can't read Arabic, my guy, so I cannot give you a shout out. But he said Stipe versus Curtis makes sense. Do we see Stipe fight one more time before we see the trilogy?
No. Stipe doesn't need to. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He lost to who could potentially be the new greatest heavyweight of all time. No, immediate rematch. I don't want to see him fight anyone else. I'm
I
dead
actually
serious.
disagree.
Okay, I would
with you
disagree. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the biggest, I'm the biggest Stipe dick rider. Like, fuck, if he was here right now, I'd be like, yeah, just pull the pants down, my guy, and we're ready.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just, no, but I'm serious. Oh. No, but if Stipe, I think he maybe should fight one more time. Let's get a victory, a good one, even though he did come off the win with DC. So
Twice,
it's not like
2 times in a row.
Yeah, so I say let's just get one more before we just run right into another Stipe, because a Stipe-Francis rematch, because if he just goes and gets KO'd again, it's over.
Here's my problem with that matchup. So where does that leave Cyril Gane?
Well, you do Stipe Cyril Gane, or you do a Stipe Curtis, something like that.
Yeah.
Stipe versus anybody. You could do Stipe versus Rozenstruik. I don't even care if it's not a top 5 matchup. He could fight fucking Tafa. Stipe versus Tafa, and you know what? He's gonna get a title shot after that.
I know, but like at a guy's career, like Stipe Miocic, he's what, 39 years old. Like he doesn't want to take. He's in the same spot that DC is in. If it's not for a title, I don't want to fight. He doesn't need to fight.
And then he retires.
Yeah, he doesn't need to fight, man. I mean, this guy doesn't, he has nothing else to prove. I've said this time and time again with Stipe Miocic. He has nothing to prove. He is a consensus greatest heavyweight of all time. So why take a step back in competition, or why take on a number 1 contender when you either get a title shot or you don't fight again? And keep it 1-1. He wants Ngannou, and that's it. And I think after everything Stipe Miocic has done in the UFC, he deserves the next shot. It doesn't matter. It does not matter to me, especially if Derek Lewis goes out there and gets KO'd by Ngannou or loses decision, however he loses. Like, it's Stipe or bust. Or I mean, Ngannou or bust if you're Stipe. That's just my opinion.
I guess it makes sense.
Because why? Why take that fight? Why potentially tarnish your legacy when the payoff is not even there?
True, especially if he loses. Say Curtis Blades takes Stipe down and ragdolls him.
That's only going to tarnish his greatest
and then he's
time.
not getting a trilogy after that.
Yep,
so
exactly.
Yeah, you got a point. So he's probably got to strike while top.
Yes. Yep.
Take your time though. Let's not rush in there.
Yeah, take your time. see what's gonna happen after August 7th. See who wins. Yada yada yada. And then you could set that up for a January.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's one of these things like the second DC fight. It took a year and a half for that fight to come through. So he could sit out a pretty long fucking time before this happens. I could see Francis knocking out Derek Lewis and then maybe even knocking out John Jones before they make that fight.
Potentially. I think John will be next. If that fight does happen, it'll be after Derek Lewis in August. So you'll probably have January, see where that fight is, and then Stipe might fight International Fight Week next year.
Yeah.
In July.
That'd be fucking
That's about
sweet.
a year and a half.
I would go to that.
A year and 4 months.
Hopefully we're opened up. 100%.
Oh, yeah. No, Vegas is completely open up, brother.
I know. I love it. All right. Let's move on. Oh,
10 months too soon. Or I mean, too
Everyone
10
to
months
spit
too,
in your fucking face.
10 months too late. I'm so sorry for that. 10 months too late.
Tabor wanted to spit on you for a second. He had enough.
Yeah,
he was like,
that
"Get
he
the
did.
fuck out
I was
of
just
here."
trolling him. I was trolling
Wear a
him.
mask, Mason.
So funny. All right, let's move on to some other news. This one is in the notes, but I want to finish on this Colby Covington stuff. This is funny. TJ Dillashaw is being accused of spying on Corey Sandhagen's camp. Did you see this?
No, I didn't. I thought that was like a
No,
like
that's
a
not a
Babylon
troll.
Bee or like the Onion.
That's real. He's being accused right now of sending spies into his camp or something like that.
So
This
TJ
man can't help
Dillashaw is in the
himself.
fucking bushes and like watching the
That
training
picture
go
I
on.
sent of him wearing the fucking the
disguise,
glasses with the
yeah.
fake nose. Yeah. What are you doing, TJ? I don't know if it's true. It's probably fake. Who knows?
But here's the
if
thing.
it is true, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
But also, if you're Corey Sandhagen, you're part of that. What better way to get under a guy's skin than to make something up like
Accuse
this?
him of some stupid
Because
shit.
He's already a confirmed cheater. So to be like, oh, deflate gate, to be like, this guy's also cheating just to piss this guy off
Deflategate
even
was
more.
fucking real.
Oh, yada, yada,
Okay,
Give me a
no,
break.
He took air out of the
wasn't.
football. You
You're
can't do
fucking
that.
ridiculous.
No, we're not talking about the NFL here, boys.
It
but
was cold
it was
out.
not-
Oh my God!
It
they
was
ran
cold
for
out.
300 yards. That's not why they lost the game.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah,
there was
I agree
air
with
out
that.
of the football.
I fucking
That was
hate the
real.
NFL,
They're
Roger
cheating.
Goodell.
There's a reason why Tom Brady couldn't play for 4 fucking games after that.
Very true. They got his ass.
It's all the deflated balls.
Stopped him.
But so I think this is honestly the perfect way for Corey Sandhagen, if he is behind this, just be like, yeah, let's make some shit up about this guy. Let's just say he was spying on our camp, because people already hate this guy for being a cheater. So they'll only hate him more, which will only frustrate TJ more.
And if it's real, if it's not fake, if it's not bullshit, then TJ is just going to go down as one of the biggest pieces of shit.
One of the biggest
sport.
snakes.
Yeah.
Cody Garbrandt was
snake
right.
in the grass. Yeah. Connor, that fucking tough coach shit.
Yep.
Where's that little snake? So fun.
Man, he's a fun fighter though. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I can't wait for that fucking main event. Like, no joke.
God,
Fight companion coming for that.
Yeah. We have 3 fight companions in July, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th. So buckle up.
Buckle the fuck up. All right, let's end it on this. Colby Covington was in the news. He did an interview, and he just completely shit on the tough coaches. This is something I've been saying like since they announced it. I just didn't go this hard in the paint. Yikes, Covington said. I know Hunter Campbell and Dana White probably had to go behind closed doors and smacking themselves in the head. You don't want those 2 guys as your coaches, as your comeback season of The Ultimate Fighter. Those guys are going to make a mockery of the show. I mean, it's just not, there's no entertainment factor there, you know? These guys, yeah, they're decent fighters, but for the little weights, the little midgets, they don't sell. There's no controversy. There's no drama. There's no nothing. There's no storyline. I feel bad for the show. I wish I could have been the comeback coach, and I would have given the people what they want.
Well, typical Colby Covington. Thank you for that, Colby. You know, I don't disagree. I don't disagree that, like, you finally bring back Tough, which I am so excited for. June 1st, Tuesday. First episode of Tough will come out. You'll
It's on ESPN Plus, right?
ESPN Plus exclusive, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
But yeah, cannot wait for it. Looking forward to it. But those 2 as coaches is not the most like, oh wow, these guys are coaching. You know, Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal.
They're gonna
Colby
fight
Covington.
every episode.
Yeah, it's like, oh, give me a break.
Yeah, there's gonna be no doors being.
And I like both those fighters. I'm excited for that matchup, unquestionably. But at the same time, dude, it's just like, yeah, they're not very. So, like, I agree with that. I don't agree with the way Covington went about it. Yeah,
Call them midgets.
Come on, dude.
So
but
funny.
At the same time, like, I get what Colby's doing. He's always done this. This has always been his shtick.
Well, he's salty. He's salty. It was him and Masvidal because it was supposed to be, and then Usman stole it from him.
Yeah.
The ultimate troll. Usman's just fucking getting dubs left and right.
Usman is the motherfucking man.
The fucking G, bro. I can never talk shit about this man again.
Never.
I just love the guy so
can't.
much now.
You can't.
But yeah, I absolutely 100% agree with him. There is no entertainment factor there. This might be a boring season.
Could be.
I hope it's not.
But like, I don't really care because, one, I am a trashy reality show lover.
Same.
Yeah, like, so are you getting? Yeah, we talk about all the reality shows that we watch with our girls
all the time.
So I'll watch them all the time. And I love The Ultimate Fighter. And like, I know it kind of fell off the wagon for those last couple seasons, but like, I am so fucking excited to watch this again. I'm so excited they finally brought back Tough. And it's I think it's a perfect formula. You know, you see some drama in the house for half an hour, and then you watch fights for the last half an hour. Right?
I was
So
never
it's like,
really
it's
a
perfect.
Tough fan.
I love Tough,
Like,
but
I
love reality shows.
That's the thing is I can't watch reality shows because I just compared all the Jersey Shore essentially, and I'm like, this is garbage.
See, I was huge into
Love it.
Jersey Shore.
I
Shore
fucking
back in the
hated
day.
it, dude.
Bro, when I was in school, yeah, dude, that was the shit. I fucking, what was it? GTL, Gym Tan Laundry. Yeah, that show. I like that trashy shit. I don't know why. I'm not proud of it, but it is who I am. And I have to be honest with myself.
Man.
And who
I can't
am,
stand that shit. And I feel like that ruined generations of young Americans.
Oh, it absolutely did. I mean,
turned them to
our
trash.
brains are corroding in front of our very eyes, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, Mason tried to dress like the people from Jersey Shore, too.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the word. That's where you
Bedazzled
went
shirts.
wrong, bro.
I was like spiking my hair up. I bought a tanning bed. Okay, I didn't buy a tanning bed, but I had a tanning
You had
bed.
one.
We
You
did
were
have a
awful.
tanning bed.
You were very tan.
I was very tan. I hopped in that fucker 5 days a week. Oh, classic.
Aunt W, shout out my guy. Colby acts like a bigger star than he really is. Guy had the lowest rated fight night of 2019. True. Doesn't have 1 million followers. True. Also didn't sell at Arena against Usman with 3 title fights on the card. True. But you could also say that's partly to Usman's part. He just was not a draw. I think he is. I think he is now, especially after the knockout of Masvidal. So things could have changed. Yeah, I agree. He's not the biggest star, and he acts like he is. But you got to remember, man. If he didn't act like this, the motherfucker would have been cut from the UFC long ago.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't have the following he has now. Is it the biggest? No, obviously not. But it's way bigger than it used to be.
But he would be good TV.
Oh, absolutely. He's the perfect coach for Tough.
Like Kamara and him were the perfect idea.
Yes,
Like,
or Masvidal, or anybody.
It could have literally been Rashad Rampage too. Like for coaches wise, that was the best two coaches. And you literally they wanted to beat the shit out.
And they're gonna fight every episode.
It was this. It's like a wet fart. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
All right.
I guess.
Hey, there we go.
Finally, we gotta go at least
Appropriate time
one
to use
show.
it.
We got one.
At least one show using it every time. All right. He also says Dana already leaked this season isn't good. He did an interview and was asked if anybody in the season looked like a future champ, and he said, no, not really.
Dana already waved the white flag. He was like, this sucked. My bad.
Well, you got to think. I mean, is the talent level just? It's not what it used to be.
No.
You know, it's hard. Back in the day, in the earlier Tough seasons, those were world-class fighters, best in the world fighters. Nowadays, it's like now you got up-and-coming guys with 2-0 records on Tough.
But yes, for Tough. But and here lies the issue, I think, with Tough in Dana White's Contender Series. You cannot tell me that there have not been savages in Dana White's Contender Series who could potentially be champions one day. I think the problem is you got to take those contender guys and say, hey, you want a real shot? You want superstardom? You got to go on Tough. You got to kind of, and I know Dana doesn't want to do that because that's really Dana's thing right there is that Contender Series. But take a couple of those guys, shift them over to Tough, and you would make it for a great season. Yeah. You really would. But yeah, I mean, when you got guys who don't have very big records or have been fighting for very long, it does suck.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to watch it because
I am too.
I love it. I can't wait for it.
Even though Ortega's just the worst possible, like the most chill guy, obviously smokes
I don't know,
weed.
man. He will smack the fuck out of a citizen.
Yeah, he will.
They talk him
Well,
some
he's
shit.
done that. He's done that before.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Jay Park, my guy, got
See
slapped.
what happens.
He's never been right since.
And W literally just talked about the Contender Series. That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, we beat you to it, Ant. Fucker. All right. Well, Ortega responded. He goes, IDK why Colby Covington's hating the Tough show. Okay, Ortega. Please have someone read through your shit before you just push send. IDK why Colby Covington hating the Tough show was yours, bro. That doesn't make any sense. I didn't even fucking want it. Game-bred fighter left to fight, and you got asked out. My fight fell through, and we got the call to get it. I didn't call anyone about the show. They hit me up. Now I'm glad you ain't get it, bitch. Wow. Yeah, fuck you, Colby, I guess.
Yeah, yes. For the things that you could understand in those sentences, fuck you, Colby.
Now I'm glad you ain't get it, bitch. That needs to be his fucking catchphrase.
You should say that after every fight.
You ain't
now
get it,
glad
bitch.
you ain't get it, bitch. At the end of every Tough, it's just him and the black screen behind him. Nah, I ain't glad you ain't get it, bitch. And that's how it is.
Did you see Alexander Volkanovski was on Rogan's podcast?
No, what'd he say?
A couple days ago, and he was like, yeah, he's like, maybe I'm just trying to find something I don't like about Ortega, but I just think the guy's fucking fake. He's like, the way he talks, the way he acts, he goes, he's just fake.
He's just one of those guys that grew up on the streets, you know, like people like that grow up on the streets, they act like gangsta.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, okay, well, you're probably putting on a show.
Right.
He's just one of
But
those.
it's like, yeah, you grew up.
I felt the same way with Masvidal, but then, you know, after Masvidal for so long,
yeah.
it's like, oh no, he just really is that
dude.
guy.
Well, and then like YouTube, you know, go back to the history of Jorge Masvidal, Gamebred. This dude was fighting in backyards at 17 years
Kimbo.
old. Yeah, so I mean, no, dude, he has every right to be, you know, gangster
like
or
that,
whatever, acting like that. Yeah, for sure. But a guy like Ortega, I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget Ortega is from the hood and had to make a choice. Yeah, dude, that guy came straight out of the hood. And he was street fighting too. If you watch some of his comeback stuff, like he was 16 years old getting in street fights at these like backyard MMA events.
I know, dude. I follow some YouTube channels that are like backyard fighting and stuff. They're
much
so
fun.
cool, dude.
So
I
much
love
fun.
them.
Yeah, I love it too. All right, I think it's time, Mason. Let's move on to our preview show. Wow, we're actually going to hit an hour and a half. I'm shocked. We're going to get through this real quick.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know about an hour and a half. We'll hit about an hour 10.
It's
Probably make 15 minutes out of this.
This isn't the most exciting fight night, in my opinion. Like I'm gonna watch it, obviously.
For sure.
But it's like, is this the fight night? I'm clamoring like, oh fuck, I can't wait for this Saturday. Which I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I was pretty bored. You know, I was pretty bored without the fights.
I hate not having fights. I hate it. It's the worst weekends ever. And then to add to that, we had a 3-day weekend this weekend. Memorial Day weekend is Memorial Day is Monday. So that'll be my shout out for this. Pretty
Everyone
obvious.
that lost their lives. Yeah.
But you know, and then not to have a fight card this week really just kind of sucked. So
Yeah. But
It is what it is.
absolutely. But let's start at the top, like we always do, with the main events. Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Augusto Sakai.
I don't know what that fucking tongue roll was. But it was impressive.
Rozenstruik.
impressive. I can't do that.
He's African. They don't roll their tongues. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Thanks for that.
I'm sure they do. Maybe
don't
not
know.
in their names.
I think that's a Latin thing.
name.
I think it's a Latin thing.
It's illegal for them to roll
think,
their tongues.
Yeah.
I think what's the word? Cultural appropriation?
I'm a
You
fucking.
can't even whisper that.
I'm an
God damn it.
uncultured swine, so I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, that's okay because we don't know half the flags that are up here anymore.
What flag is that with Jairzinho? Where the fuck is he from?
That's a great
Let us know,
question,
Aunt
man.
W. You
Yeah,
always got
Aunt
your
W
shit
is
together.
always on top of it.
Yeah,
Let us
your
know.
little fact checker. But yeah, it's a pretty good matchup. Sakai's coming off that loss to Overeem, got completely outclassed, by the way, by Overeem. And then Rozenstruik's coming off the big win. Who did he knock out in his last fight? Let's look this up. But I know he's coming off of a win. So, I mean, it's going to be a striking matchup. It's going to primarily
Is he
stay on the
coming
feet.
off one?
I'm pretty sure he is.
No, he lost to Cyril Gahn.
Oh, that's
why
right.
I was like, hold on, what?
That's right. He won his
Yeah.
fight before that. That's right. So that was a great. Okay, it probably wasn't the best fight, but Gahn just put on the pace. You know?
Yeah. Well,
So-
Gahn won that fight, I believe, like 4 or 5 rounds. He dominated that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jairzinho
He
is.
knocked out Junior Dos Santos before that.
That's right.
Everybody's knocked out Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah, that's why he's not in the UFC anymore.
Oh, is he in Bellator now?
No, he's gone. He retired.
Oh, he just retired?
No, he didn't retire.
Wow,
he
good
got
for
cut.
him.
I think he wants to fight still. I just don't know if he's
Well,
signed
well,
anywhere.
A forced retirement. Let me rephrase that. Forced retirement.
Dana was like, nah, I'm not having you die on the canvas.
He's like,
bro.
all right, so I retire. Beat you to it. It's like when a boss fires you, you're like, no, I quit.
Yeah, I quit.
quit.
This was
I
my
love
choice.
those. I love those. So Sakai is going to want to, I mean, both these guys are coming off losses, so they're going to want to come back and get a good victory over one another. This is going to be a very technical kickboxing match. Sakai's very good fighting on the outside, but so is Jairzinho. I mean, he's one of the more technical guys and at 265 pounds. I don't really know what's going to happen. You got Rozenstruik coming in at a minus 120 favorite to a plus 100 Sakai. This is a pick'em fight. I think it goes all 5 rounds. We're going to see whose cardio holds up best. I think whoever has the best cardio coming into the 4th and 5th is going to win the fight. That's my take. It's easy as that. It really could be either guy. I'm going to go with Rozenstruik. Okay. I like Rozenstruik striking, and he always has that knockout power, so I would not be shocked if he finished Augusto, but Augusto's very good as well, has knockout power as well. There's something about Rozenstruik. I think he's going to be a little pissed after that Gahn fight because he did get completely outclassed. So he's going to want to show that, hey, I can fight 5 rounds straight and I could put on a fucking pace like not a lot of guys can in this weight class. So I'm leaning Rozenstruik, 500 church coin.
Yeah, you know, I've been impressed with Augusto Sakai, and I believe he's actually a Dana White Contender Series guy.
Absolutely.
I think season 1 or 2. If I'm not mistaken.
It was a fairly new one, I think. It was
and he's done pretty good through the course of his career, 15-2-1. But I like Jairzinho Rozenstruik here. Been on a bit of a kind of up and down over the last 2-3 years. You know, that KO and Ngannou. You can go watch our reaction on our YouTube channel for that fight. That was insane. But I like Jairzinho Rozenstruik here. I'd like to see him get a knockout. So I am going to put 2,000 church coin on Rozenstruik for the KO victory.
Damn, going all out for the guy.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go into the co-main event of the evening. Another heavyweight fight. Walt Harris versus Marcin Tybura. This is really easy for me. Walt Harris is just one of these guys I just can't pick against.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick him every single time. I love the guy. He's just a class act. He's got a big heart. Went through some tough shit, man.
Yep.
Went through some rough shit with his daughter.
It doesn't get harder than that.
It doesn't. No, that's the worst possible thing you want to happen. I mean, it's just fucking horrible story. But and he's struggled since.
Yeah.
I don't think he's put together a victory. So this is a fight. I'm not going to say it's a must win for Walt Harris, but it's a rough matchup
It's a big
as well.
one.
It's a big one, and it's if he loses it, I'm not going to say he gets cut because Dana's probably not going to want to cut the guy.
Yeah.
Because it's just too hard. It's a heart-wrenching thing. But I mean, it sets him back a long ways, and he'll really have to build his way back up in this division. I'm leaning Walt. I'm going to put another 500 church coin on Walt. I wouldn't be shocked if he knocks out Tybura, but Tybura is a fucking tough guy, and he's got a great chin as well. And Tybura is probably going to be looking to take Walt down.
Yeah.
Because if you want to stand and trade with Walt Harris, it only takes one, dude. It only takes one from Walt. So Walt Harris, 500 church coin. I'm going to say probably late knockout. I'm going third round knockout.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the same train with Walt Harris. He's had a rough 2 years. It's been a rough go for him. He's lost to some of the best, Volkov being one of them. But Marcin Tybura, he had a rough 2019, but bounced back in 2020 to beat guys like Maxim Grishin, Ben Rothwell, and then to go out there and KO Greg Hardy in the second round. He had a great 2020. Coming into this fight, he's got a lot of momentum, whereas Walt Harris is on the absolute opposite spectrum. I do believe this is a must-win for Walt Harris. I'm not saying he's going to get cut, but I think a must-win to stay in this top 15. I really like Walt Harris here, though. I think hopefully, he's able to kind of get it together. And I actually think Walt Harris will go for the takedowns. I think he's going to try to implement his ground game and beat him on top. I'm going to go with Walt Harris. I'm putting 1,000 church coin on Walt Harris for the win.
Yeah, I'd say neither guy's got a ground game off his back. So, whoever's on top, if that goes down to the ground, they're winning the fight. Yep. All right, Roman Dolidze versus Loreno Staropoli. I don't fucking know. He's Argentinian. So I know Dolidze. I've seen him fight a few times. Yep. I don't know this Staropoli guy. He's a new guy on my radar.
He beat Tim Means beat him August 8th, 2020, and that's been the only fight he's had.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'm going Dolidze. I've just seen the guy fucking put in work. So I'm going to throw 200 church coin on Dolidze. He's coming in at a minus 140 favorite to a plus 120 in Staropoli.
Yeah. And, Staropoli has lost 2 straight fights in the UFC. I also am going to go with Dolidze here. I'm going to put 500 church coin on him for the win.
Alrighty, this is a great fight right here. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Miguel Baeza.
I'm excited about this one.
Is this too soon? Because Ponzinibbio just got flatlined by Ling Jialiang not too long ago.
Yep. That was only a couple months ago.
That was only a couple months ago. Dude, he got flatlined pretty bad, I would say.
But he was also on like a 3 or 4 year hiatus coming back. So
yeah, he had injury after injury. Yeah. Some people were speculating USADA, and then it was one of those things where you don't have to announce whether the guy failed the drug test or not, so nobody really knew what was going on. It's all speculation. He was very angry when people were saying that, and he was just super aggressive in that Ling Jialiang fight. And you can't miss against that man. Nope. And all he did was miss and got full fucking flatlined. And then he's fighting Miguel Baeza, who is one of the most well-rounded guys at 170 pounds. Yep. He could take you down. He could dominate you on the ground. He could submit you, and he could knock you the fuck out with his fantastic striking, great boxing, great kicks. This is a rough matchup for Ponzinibbio. He is getting fed to savages off the bat. I do think it might be a little too soon. I think he might be a little chinny in this fight. I'm going Miguel Baeza, first round knockout, 1,000 church coin.
Yeah, I believe Miguel Baeza was the Who the Fuck Is That Guy award for 2020.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Thank you very much for that. And I give the guy an award. I got to go with Miguel Baeza here. I do like Santiago Ponzinibbio. It was rough to see him come back and get KO'd by Jing Liang. But it is what it is, man. It happens. But I like my Miguel Baeza here. I'm going to put 500 church coin on him for the win.
I'm shocked they got this fight as a pick'em because Santiago's a plus 100 to a minus 120 in Miguel. This fight, I think Miguel should be like a minus 200.
Yeah, but I wonder if they take in the experience of Ponzinibbio.
They have to, because Ponzinibbio was a top 5 guy. Yeah. So, absolutely. But Baeza, I think he, without a doubt, can be a future champion, especially if he goes out there, flatlines Ponzinibbio, and then gets maybe a 2-3 fight win streak after that. He's going to be up there in the rankings.
Yeah, and he has so much diversity. As you said, he's such a well-rounded fighter. He has submission wins in the UFC. He has KO wins in the UFC. He's been able to get through gritty fights. Like, this guy is the best and most well-rounded package, I think. So I really like Miguel Baeza here.
Yeah, great up-and-coming undefeated fighter.
10-0.
Let's move on to the next fight, a middleweight banger, Dusko Todorovic versus Gregory Rodriguez. Another guy this must be a Contender Series guy, Gregory Rodriguez. Not a guy that I've really known. So
it's his first fight.
Oh, it is his first fight in the UFC. So let's see what does he got going on?
He's on a 2-fight win streak in LFA. He knocked out Josh Frimond and then also knocked out Al Matazavio.
And he lost his Contender Series fight by first round KO. And Todorovic's no fucking joke. Like, Todorovic will flatline anybody in this division. And he's another Contender Series guy.
Yep.
He hasn't really fought a whole lot of fights. This will only be his third fight, and his last fight was his first knockout loss to Serrano. I think that's Coconut Bombs, right?
No, that's not Coconut Bombs. Suriano?
Who's this guy? Yeah, it is. Oh, no, it's not. That's another. That's just another.
Patolo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Patolo's Coconut Bombs.
You're right. Yeah, but Todorovic's very fucking good. So I'm going to roll with him because I have seen him. Yeah, he's coming off a knockout loss, but he's going to want to bounce back. And he's doing it against a guy making his UFC debut. That's a rough debut to make, in my opinion. And Todorovic's coming in at -165 to a +140. Is it the greatest value ever to -165? No, but it's just, it seems like the easier bet to make. Yeah. I'm going to throw 200 church coin on Todorovic.
And I am placing 500 church coin on Todorovic for the win.
Alrighty, Tom Breese and Antonio Arroyo. This one's easy for me because Antonio Arroyo is a fucking savage on the ground. Yes, he's going up against Tom Breese, who can knock you the fuck out, and is coming in at a big, heavy favorite at a -240, but a +200 for Arroyo, especially if this goes down to the ground, that seems like the really, really, really safe bet for me. So I'm actually going to change my pick. I was leaning Breese because he's got such good striking, but I'm going to go Arroyo. I'm going to throw 500 church coin on the man.
Wow. Okay. With the old curveball there, I'm going to put 240 on Breeze for the win.
Alrighty.
Don't need to give you a reason why. I'm just going to do it.
No, you don't. We don't have any questions.
No questions, huh?
It's okay. Guys, ask us anything if you want us to keep this going. If not, we're going to end it here real soon. So, shout out, Mason. You said you want to make your shout out.
Yeah, Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day weekend, guys. Monday is for all the people who've lost their lives serving this country, the greatest country on earth. We thank each and every service member alive and living serving today. I know it's Memorial Day, and for those who have passed. Without you guys, thank you for defending this country and making it the greatest nation on earth.
All right. So many people forget what Memorial Day is about.
Yep.
So many people are like, it's just a 3-day weekend, get to go barbecue, go
Apparently, so did our vice president.
Shut up, Mason.
What happened?
You're going to get us pulled.
What happened?
She tweeted, enjoy your long weekend.
And that was it?
I'm like, dude,
Oh
for
my
most
goodness.
people, it's like, okay, whatever. Like, I get it. But it's like, if you're the president or vice president, you can't say that. Come on.
You got to give a shout out to the military.
Right.
It could have been worse, though. It could have been like, look at this sick-ass barbecue.
I love Memorial Day sale.
Like, at least she said, like, hey, have a good weekend. Like, it wasn't like, fuck it. I'm getting turned. Like, it could have been much worse.
She's like, hey, everyone.
You guys do have a question, by the way.
Oh, what do you guys want to see? Okay, I'm all fucked up.
Tabor,
who do you guys know? Brian Ortega actually had eloquent tweets earlier. I was just fucking that up.
David just fucking it up.
Who do you guys want to see MVP fight in his first UFC fight? He has 2 fights left with Bellator and says he wants to come over after Miguel Baeza.
Oh, shit.
Especially if Miguel Baeza is on a 2 or 3 fight win streak and he's a ranked guy, I say you give him right to that. I say you give anyone in the top 15. He has to fight a top 15 guy his first fight, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I think so.
Is MVP that good?
No, but I'd love to see it.
Just a stylistically matchup, I would love to see Wonder Boy.
Yeah, Wonder Boy smokes him.
Sure, but stylistically, like, just that karate stuff. I just think it would be dope to watch.
It would be interesting, but you know what? Maybe, because you got to remember.
Shit, I'm right there with you, brother. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, okay. But maybe. It's just the thing is with Wonder Boy, it's like if you're another counter striker trying to fight Wonder Boy, it usually doesn't work out. Like, remember the Darren Till fight?
Yeah.
That fight was fucking boring. And everyone thought that's like, oh my God, the striking matchup in place. Someone's getting knocked the fuck out, and it sucked. And Wonder Boy won that fight. I'm going to say that right now. You don't win the fight because you get 2 knockdowns in the 4th and 5th. Sorry, Darren. Wonder Boy won that fight. It's just, I don't know. I like that.
So that'll be 2 or 3 fights left in Bellator. That'll be about a year and a half. Yeah, about a year and a half.
He doesn't fight all that often.
How often?
Once every 8 months or something like that.
Is he on some impressive win streak, MVP? Because
against Cans.
Okay, so
he got knocked the fuck out by Lima.
But I know his ground game sucks. Because anytime he gets taken down, he can't get up. So I don't know, man. I would give him maybe Robbie Lawler at 14.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That would be a fun fight.
Hey,
and that's to really see where he's at. Like, because that's outside of that, man. I just don't know where MVP would even shake out.
I think MVP beats Robbie Lawler. I think MVP could, without a doubt, be a top 10 welterweight in the UFC.
But the next name above that, Sean Brady, which I do not think he beats Sean Brady. I do not think. Undefeated Sean Brady at 14-0, no sir.
Well, if Kevin Lee flatlines Sean Brady, which we all know he's got the capabilities, does it happen? Probably not. But if he does, Kevin Lee MVP, Wonder Boy seems like a bit much.
That'd be fun. Kevin Lee MVP, I like that.
Yeah, because Kevin Lee probably just take him down and smash him. Even though MVP technically did win that daily fight.
Yeah.
So, he's got decent ground game. Yeah. MVP is just one of these guys I don't give a lot of respect to just because, he fights guys I don't know.
Yeah,
and that could just be a thing with Bellator because there's not enough known guys.
Well, the only person he fought that I know was Lima, and he got starched. He made that mistake. Outclassed. He fucking threw that. What did he throw? He threw like an overhand right or something, and Lima just landed the beautiful leg kick, tripped him, and then the uppercut from fucking hell. As he was trying to get up.
So beautiful.
Fucking sent him to hell. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I would love to see Lima in UFC. That's one guy.
I think that's a guy that can compete highest level.
That's a dude who could compete. Yeah, like you said.
He must be getting paid.
I don't know where I was going.
Lima's for sure getting paid because he's doing his whole career in Bellator. Dude, I don't know if we'll ever see him in the UFC.
Probably not. Not if Viacom's taking such good care of him that he's got that much amount of money. If you're the best in the world in your own promotion and they're taking care of you handsomely,
you're not going to take a pay cut because that's what you would be doing.
Not to go to the UFC just to get fed to savages.
Right off the bat.
Now you get to fight Colby, your first fight. That's
gonna be fucking That's a rough matchup for him. Yeah. That's a very rough matchup. He has historically not done the best against wrestlers. So, yeah. I'd love to see it, though. Absolutely. Lima and MVP, I'd love to see them against some of the top competition in the world inside the UFC. Very interesting. Thanks for the question, A&W. I really appreciate that. Shout out. I would do a shout out, but Mason, you took mine, you bastard.
Oh, you can do the same shout out.
Well, I guess I'll shout out. I don't want to say his name, but my old roommate from college, his brother got blown up by an IED in Iraq. And so it's like, so this is a rough weekend for him and his family, as it usually is, as it is for so many people. So shout out to everyone that has paid the ultimate price.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And guys, if you're a veteran and you are a fan of the show, let us know, and I will send you a fucking T-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how much I'm a patron.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial. Remember last Memorial Day? Remember I was like, it's Sunday. I don't fucking know, but it's Memorial Day, and that's all that matters. That was a classic. Thank you for the live. No, thank you, my guy. I can't read your name.
Yeah, sorry, we can't.
I don't know Arabic.
But thank you.
Thank you. All right.
We don't even know if that's Arabic, do we?
That's got to be. I've never seen. Maybe it's like Chinese or something.
I don't know. No, it's not Chinese. You know what? Let's just end that.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at The Church of MMA. Guys, if you aren't following us already, make sure you go and do it. Funny memes, making you laugh. Hit us up.
Yeah. Smash that subscribe, that like button. It helps with the algorithms, guys. Helps promote this show more. We love you guys so much. Thanks for watching the Church of MMA podcast. My name is Mason Knight. That is Tabor Cragen. Gideon DeMars in the corner. Until next time.
Peace.